This girl placed her undergarments out on the pillow, then violently stabbed it with a knife multiple times. She drew several pints of her own blood, spilling some on the floor and leaving a single drop by the doorway. She mixed the remaining blood into hot water and drenched the lingerie before slipping it on. Then she lay on the sofa with blood-soaked clothes. This was Anna's revenge against the stalker, who'd secretly filmed her in the shower. Later, the stalker Tom secretly picked the lock to her apartment and stepped inside. He unknowingly stepped on the drop of blood. The instant he saw Anna, he froze in horror, the woman covered in her own blood. He immediately tried to call the police, but then he realized he was a stalker. He had no choice but to flee from the crime scene. Once he left, Anna sat up with a wicked smile. She'd captured everything on camera, but this wasn't enough to turn him in. She needed more proof. She then plucked a hair from her head, placed it next to the blood, and clicked another photo. Once she had collected all the evidence, she cleaned up the crime scene. To provide a clue to the police, she intentionally left a single drop of blood under the sofa. Then she got into her car and disappeared without a trace. Tom couldn't shake the fear that police would be coming any moment, so he returned to the apartment to erase his presence, but Anna's body was gone. He checked all the other rooms but found no trace of the murder scene. Tom started to panic, thinking he would surely be framed as the criminal. The next day, he found an envelope on his desk. Inside, there was a note saying, "Did you do it?" There were photos of Anna's body and him at the scene. There was also a photo of the single hair, the same length as his. The next day, police approached him to investigate Anna's disappearance. Without evidence, they couldn't arrest him yet. The police then investigated Anna's apartment. Tom secretly watched from the roof. Inside, officers quickly found the drop of blood under the sofa. They ran luminol tests and found bloodstains splattered all over the floor, proof of violence. He realized the killer had planted the clues to make him the prime suspect. In order to prove himself innocent, he had to find the real criminal before the police. Because